For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a maker. Uh, Whether it's an engineer, I wanted to be a YouTuber, somebody that makes things, tangible things that people can see, watch, and just explore. Things that I've made, having pride in what I've done. And so I always loved drawing as a kid. I loved making videos. I've loved, creating things, taking things apart and exploring what they are because they're tangible. They're things that I can see. And I guess that's what led me to be an engineering student, hoping to be an engineer one day. But as I've gone through the semesters and as I've gone through this process, this pretty grueling process, it's not over. I'm still in the trenches. I've realized that I've kind of lost that spark of curiosity that I once had. The spark that came when I had an idea and I was like, oh, this is cool. I should do something about it, or I should research this. That used to have, I used to read a lot of books when I was in middle school and early high school, a lot of science fiction books, and I was just curious about a lot of things. Always asking my dad questions, about history, about everything, everything. I was extremely curious. Uh, and as I've been going through these semesters, unconsciously, I've lost this curiosity that I once had. I lost it. It's as if I wasn't really enjoying the classes that I was doing. I was kind of just going through the motions because, it's in front of me. I have to do it. But recently, I've been having a lot of talks with some people close to me, and I've realized that I've been really paying too much attention on my phone, too much stimulation in my ears, too much noise, to be honest. And then when I say noise, I don't just mean the music. I mean the phone, the constant stimulation that your brain has. And I've realized that this has really kind of put a block on my curiosity. I haven't really been curious about things in a while. I haven't really sat back and questioned certain things I was interested about, And so I thought, okay, how do I bring that back? And truthfully, I'm not a big slowly decrease the usage of something when I have to stop. I just rip the Band-Aid off and go cold turkey. As I've done for a lot of things in my life, I essentially went cold turkey on my phone, and I've been trying to do a detox recently. And I realized this was kind of a theory that I had that, it was taken away from my curious brain, my willingness to learn, to go above and beyond my classes and to learn why does this work? Why does, as a lot of people do, we start as being curious, as kids, we want to learn about everything. That's what we're biologically made to do. Be curious about things, but it's as if this phone has taken it away from me and it kind of replaced it with, oh, here's a bunch of information that you might use or you might never use again, but we don't care. You're just going to consume it, and it's become addictive to us, and we haven't really realized it. So I've been just trying to gain it back, and I think I've realized it. I think it's this constant stimulation, right? We can't really, because I used to love researching about, a lot of things that I was interested about, physics, just engineering, aerospace engineering, history, huge fan of all those things. And I kind of stopped. It kind of just like faded away. And I didn't really realize it, I was just kind of just constantly stimulated on what I was supposed to do until I took a step back this semester and realized, holy shit, this is not who I want to be. And I need to make a change. So I did. So I'm doing this detox, and I started reading again. And I started kind of just like consuming the things that I used to consume. And I just finished this book in like a week because I didn't have my phone. So I was just reading, and I'm realizing, my God, it's the phone. That's it. That's what it is. It's It's just access to everything, and it basically takes away the excitement of looking for something when you have all the information in the world, you know, going through books to find. I'm actually holding one of my books. This is Kip Thorne, Black Holes and Time Warps. You know, I started this book when I was extremely interested about physics, and I still am, but I kind of just like lost it because I was just, whatever. But I think we need to regain that, you know? I like the expression, we never left our prime, or what is it? We're not in our prime because we never left our prime. We were always who we once were. We just had to access it. And so I kind of lost that curiosity, but I'm trying to build it back by kind of forcing myself to just, you know, take a step back and observe and just think. And it's kind of working. So yeah. Yeah, have a good day.